All right, good morning, everybody. Welcome back to Final Fantasy XIV. I had to. It's too humorous not to. Yeah, welcome back. We're getting back into the game. Working on, I guess, the post Realm Reborn quest. Funny staff, yeah, exactly. Look at it. It's just like, what the heck? What's going on? You put it on your back and it sleeps. Makes it even better. Okay. But we need to work on I guess Kay is thinking about joining in. So whenever you're ready, just let me know. Nobody asked you. Whenever you're ready, just let me know. We'll get you in, but until then, I'm just going to keep working on the quests. Aw. Yep. Jump in and get moving on it. Mostly said I'm going to start stream on your end, then can try joining the call. All right, yeah, just let me know. Good work. The issue that we were having before was Twitch. It wasn't the internet. All right, spoken at length, the brass blades of the rose, albeit to little avail. It would seem the thieves took great pains to conceal their activities. You're going into further detail, but your time might be better spent in conversation with Ufulupa. He's the officer charged with leading the investigation. I would only be repeating what he relayed to me. If aught eluded my attention, mayhap it will not elude yours. Somebody else. It's just like all the bunny ladies are stupid tall. The hell is that? Fair are all tall. Terrible business, these steps. We have yet to confirm the quantity of crystals stolen, but I dare say it might be greater than... Never mind that, I have news to share. A short while ago, the driver of a heavily laden carriage refused to halt for inspection and broke through one of our checkpoints, the Royal Allegan Sunway. Discord reactive image isn't working, might be a bit later. I don't have that set up at all, anyway. Kurt bolted off towards Eastern Thanalan, where, thank God, the gods, I hear that our colleagues were able to apprehend them without further incident. Carriage, that would seem a curious choice for thieves of such proven cunning. Yet the Amajad do have a foothold in Eastern Thanalan. Their cargo, do they carry the crystals we be receiving a report any moment now, but I fail to see what else it could. It was bread. Miss me, friends? I'm back, but I fear I come bearing disappointing news, or on second thought, perhaps it's good news after all. Bancrad, wherever have you been off to? Well, he was captured by a evil cloud for a while. Figured you had everything under control here, so I took a brief excursion to the east to check up on friends. Wouldn't you believe it? I happened upon a runaway carriage on the way, and even was able to do my small part in helping my friends in the brass blades intercept it. All my years, I have never seen such a prodigious quantity of Sonimus. Blades were calling it one of the greatest hauls they've ever seen. Stolen crystals, on the other hand, were nowhere to be found. That's so, alas, I suppose we have no choice but to resume our search elsewhere. Reassess our options as well. Speak with somebody else. Whole quest has just been here. Talk to this person. Well, against all expectation, it would seem the Amaja are innocent of this particular spate of crimes. By all indications, they have yet to replenish the stores of crystals exhausted during their last attempt to summon Ifrit. What I can't fathom is why anyone else would go to such lengths to obtain crystals, and in such quantities. It cannot be that we are dealing with simple thieves. If their motive were profit, why would they limit their trade to crystals alone? Plainly, we are missing something. Will you think about what it may be? I shall inform Ugar of our progress or lack thereof. Isn't like older Final Fantasy games, they had like you could do summons, right? Where you could summon like creatures. Things like.
Tis I. The situation may be more
Oh yeah, some more voice
than
acting.
anticipated.
At least 2 seconds of it.
Indeed, I shall remain watchful. Ere thou goest, another matter requireth thine attention. A young maiden, full eager to... Wherefore inquirest thou of her fairness? Very well. Be she damsel or devil, I shall direct her steps to Revenant's Toll. Save thine insinuations for one given to such impropriety. Thou shalt not find me amenable.
Got the door propped open.
Far
Not
across
good.
the sea from the land of Domar have we traveled. We seek audience with the ruler of these lands. Who here speaks for you?
Hey, welcome on in. Watching cutscene. Any bright ideas? A solitary flash of insight? No? Well then, for want of better suggestion, I say we try picking brain again. Who knows? We work together, we might find something useful nested away within it. We go back over here. Oh, but it's good to see you return. I'd given some thought to the matter, and I have just hit upon a most disturbing possibility. How could I have been so blind? Calm yourself. What is this disturbing possibility of which you speak? Contemplating as to how the thieves' activities escaped our notice for so long, it came to me, what if there is someone among our own ranks conspiring with them, a traitor in our own midst? Oh, you got it set up, Kay? Alright, hold on. I just forget how to do it.
All right.
Hello, can you hear me?
Give me just a moment. I need to mute your stream and then turn you down.
Yeah, that's always an issue. Okay, everything should
Hey, Savvy.
be good on
Can
my
I get you to
end.
check the stream real quick? See how volumes are working? Yeah, well, both. Both would be good.
I'm on. That's you.
Okay.
Exciting.
So it sounds good on your end.
Yep, you sound fine to me.
Let me... And that's off of mine?
I can hear both you on each other's streams.
Okay.
Yeah, I figured out what was wrong. I had the wrong input. for OBS, for
Gotcha.
desktop stuff. So it actually wasn't giving sound from my transitions either.
Gotcha.
We fixed that. Alright, we gotta get through this. For reasons of security, the concerned decided to transfer the remaining crystals stored in Horizon to another location. Plans to be discovered the moment the brass blades were informed. Such a shipment would surely be well guarded, with thieves as wily as ours risk open confrontation. They have not, but neither would the concerned be eager to present them with such an obvious target. They might instead elect to carry out the transfer in secret, entrusting goods to, let us say, a lone Mioti miner traveling without escorts so as not to undue attention. Oh, I see. Okay. I see. They're saying that they're moving the crystals without telling people that they're moving them, and then playing it off as thefts, or they're getting nicked after while they're getting moved. Synagogue spotted these thieves, laid down their arms and surrender, so they prepared to offer them some encouragement. I'm gonna hit them over the head with my stick. And we lie in wait for this way. Does help if I go the right way. Whee! I mean, I'm assuming that all this is setting up for for the stuff that's going to be happening in the next expansion.
Some of it, possibly.
Yeah, because it's kind of boring. Apparently these guys are just going to punch me. And I'm getting interrupted by a fate. Lovely. I mean, if you guys want to stand over there, it's fine by me. Well, I'm with you. Servant of the last is expected. You are unharmed. Gang of sea wolf thieves, and in Thanalan no less. I suppose there's a first time for everything. Sea wolves, all of them. Most expansion packs generally work is the first 3 wrap up the expansion story, while 4, 5, and 5.5 typically set up the next expansion. Okay, yeah, that's kind of what I figured. Same taste in facial tattoos, blue in case you were wondering. Thieves are a long way from home.
I really like Ishtola's mining helmet.
It is very fancy. So good as to attend the two outstanding matters in Horizon of inquiries to make. Horizon then. Want to hear about your meeting with the thieves? It is really funny with all these different races that have, you know, ears. That they have headgear that has little pouches for the ears to go into.
I know for a while the Viera couldn't wear headgear that was visible because they hadn't fixed the ears for them yet. I don't know if they fixed it yet.
I don't think so, because Priz was saying something about that last night. About not being able to equip headgear, or headgear doesn't show.
Yeah.
You have the brass blades. Thank you for your service. That sword is bigger than he is. Not been idle while you were afield. We succeeded in identifying the traitor within our ranks. If so, then by your leave, I should very much like to have a word with the fellow in private. Afraid that will not be possible. Regrettably, you managed to subdue the unit of blades dispatched to detain him and made good his escape. Most bun headgear isn't visible. Ears too big? Yeah. Yeah, that's what Priz was saying last night, because he's got her rabbit character. How did he manage that? Your men haven't been sampling the summits we confiscated, have they? Or was he a giant in disguise? Nobody was quite strong. A sea wolf. He was a giant in disguise. In disguise as one of these. Takes off the mask, he's suddenly 20 feet tall. God, that would be like, I was running a D&D game at one point, and I was using a pre-written module, and the module had a room that was 15 by 10 feet, and it had 3 large-sized creatures in this room. And if you don't know, large-sized creatures are 10 by 10 on the base. It had 3 of them in this room. There isn't enough room for one to be in this room. It was an old module. A few of them that they do that. Oh, more earrings.
That's a sound I haven't heard in a while.
Okay, whenever you want to group up, like, just let me know. I'm just working my way through these quests.
I'm here. I'm ready for whenever. I'm currently just mining.
I mean, I suppose gotta work my way through all these boring quests. One large creature and 2 PCs could fit. Better question would be how the creature got in there in the first place. Well, it wasn't that there was one of them in there. It's that there was 3. There were 3 of them in that room. Like, you could put 2 of them in there if they squeeze in together, but not 3. 3 just doesn't fit. And yeah, the real question is, how do they get in there?
Yeah.
Requesting your assistance, commotion or incident, private detail. Plan for you, endeavor to track down the brass blade. Rest assured we'll have our answers. Now where? Oh, all the way back in Vesper Bay. Well, guess what? I still have a bunch of these. That module had a bunch of things in it that were like questionable as to why they decided to do. Because it was a 1 to 5 module, and very early on in the module, they have you encounter a roper, which is like a CR-15 creature, or 10, something like that. Like, it's way more powerful than anything the PCs could ever be expected to deal with at the level that they were at. I was like, why is this here? Murder everybody. How am I late? I just found out.
We had something similar. What did you do to it?
No matter where visitors are headed, from where I've been able to gather, the vessel belongs to a band of Domans who seek an audience with the Sultana. How tall was the room? It was part of a dungeon, so I think it was just standard dungeon height. I don't think it told you what the height was. Yeah, maybe they're standing on each other's shoulders. Rest of the nation's eastern continent, ruled by the Garland Empire, given our visitors unannounced arrival as well as the state of their ship. Suspect they did not leave their homeland under the best circumstances. Needless to say, I should be very interested to hear the tale. More importantly, what they know of the current affairs in the Empire. Information should prove useful. Is K.
Hello.
Really mistaken. Oh my god, this is so boring.
You are about to be introduced to one of my favorite characters, though.
Oh, boring. Okay, no, now I gotta go to Ulda. Oops. Close. Another thing that might have caused an issue with this module is that it was written for D&D 3.0 by a third-party company, and then I was converting it into Pathfinder.
Yeah, when you try converting between module or between tabletops, it's a bit janky.
Well, I mean, Pathfinder and 3.5 are pretty much compatible 1-to-1. But
Yeah.
they made a lot of changes between 3.0 and 3.5.
Yeah.
That causes a lot of weirdness. But still, like, I went back and I looked at the 3.0 version of these creatures, and they are still large size. So it wasn't like the size got changed at some point between the editions. Alright, movie time. That's all that ever happens here.
Can't answer that.
Matters not how many times you ask without the necessary permissions, none shall pass. You shall not pass. Understand, not the leisure to lodge a formal petition, times of the essence. Summon you superior, allow me to let me talk to your manager. Imagine if that had been the response. You know, Gandalf is all, you shall not pass, and then the demon's just like, let me talk to your manager.
I don't think I could imagine the Balrog with a Karen haircut.
Oh, I'm sure it's out there on the internet somewhere.
Oh, I really hope not.
Makes vague threats and walks away. Oil man with a cold heart, I know his kind well. He's a guard. That's what they get. They get paid to keep people out. That's what they do. And they're good at it.
Am I?
Who's getting introduced? I'm assuming cloaked lady here.
Yes. She's
Some
one of
you
my
wish
favorites.
to endeavor yourselves wealthy and powerful.
Where is
Join me
she?
and my associate at the quicksand there. You may explain her situation to us. We shall see if there is all we can do to help. I mean, making friends with the Scions is probably a good idea because we just barge in places and nobody stops us. And if that's what you're trying to do, then yeah.
Kick down the door all Cusco style. I'm here.
Yeah. Or just come in like Kramer. Alright, so we're going to Adventurous Guild. I need to go through and do these. A lot of these blue quests too at some point. Oops, I always miss the door here. Can't sit in chairs.
Yes, you can.
See, I mean, in cutscenes you'll sit in chairs, but you can't just do
We
it
have
in the
traveled
game.
some several thousand miles
Yeah, you can.
across the sea from the nation of Doma. in hopes that we might find sanctuary in these lands.
Well, if you can't, I don't know how to do it.
Sanctuary, Lady Yugiri?
Lady Yu-Gi-Oh! What?
She pulls back the hood. She's got the fancy hair.
Lying within
Yeah, pulls the hood out. The full anime hair
Pulls out a
pops
deck of
out.
cards.
as I'm sure you are aware.
You've triggered my trap card.
When the war of succession broke out in Garlemald, we espied an opportunity to free ourselves from the yoke of imperial oppression and took up arms. Only to be
Oh my
crushed.
god, you are so boring. Why are you so boring? Like, I get it that this sucks. The Empire is a bunch of dicks, but
Forgive me. You said that Doma was under Imperial...
don't care.
Doma is gone.
Yeah, I mean,
Razed
you've
to
heard
the
it
ground as an example
half a
to the
dozen
other
times.
provinces.
It gets better. It really
Yeah,
does.
everybody always says the story gets better, and I'm just
12 have
trying to get
mercy.
through this part.
And your people.
Yeah.
On a ship anchored in Vesper Bay, flying borrowed colors.
And
I
as
hope-
you go along, you can guess
Many
three-fourths
were
of what's going to
complicit in the
happen.
rebellion, or akin to those who were. They will not come
Well,
ashore
that's,
until
I
see word
mean,
that it is
was
safe
it?
to
I think it
do
was
so.
Shakespeare said there's nothing new under the sun. Every story that's ever been told, that can be told, has already been told.
I
Yeah,
sought an
that's true.
audience with your
The only
rulers,
difference
but was
is
summarily
how you tell it.
The lords of Ul'dah are not wont to entertain foreign refugees without suitable encouragement.
Yeah, Ulda doesn't
They
like
have, I was
refugees.
foolish to expect otherwise.
You go somewhere,
also
like to
like
any of
them
the, either of the
that
other
young
two
ones
towns,
in
they'd probably
urgent
be
need.
better.
I have seen the tents outside the gates, however.
I'd have to
They're
take
not
a
the
look at
first
the
to see
full
this
map, but I feel like they had to pass by
Be that as it may,
Gridania
Ul'dah is no
to even
friend to
get here to
Garlemald.
Ul'dah.
The Sultana and the Syndicate will not be so easily swayed.
Well,
But I
Ulda's kind of in the
trust you are
middle,
ready
isn't
for
it? So they
opportunity
would have had,
to
no,
make
it's
peace.
over to the,
Ul'dah is to the
Yeah, it's in the middle.
south.
so they would have had to, no matter which way they went, they would have had to have gone past one of the other two.
Yeah,
This is within your
because they
power.
come from Doma, which is to the far
Well,
east.
far be it from me to boast.
I am in your
I
debt.
wish to go
Lady
to
Yugiri,
this one.
Forgive me for observing, but
Go
your
to the
choice of
world
attire
map,
seems like to
please.
evoke feelings of
Uh,
mistrust.
So yeah, that's over here. In order for them to have gotten... Hold on, I'm looking. Yeah, if they were following the land, like a ship typically would, they would
Men
have
are
passed
wont to
right by
fear the
Girabanya.
unfamiliar.
Yeah, then why
We
not go
seek
there?
Only to spare the people
Yeah.
of Ul'dah
I shall defer to you.
I thank you for your understanding.
My cat has come to
Seems I
visit.
have urgent business with the Flame General. I leave our guests in your capable hands.
Been at sea for several moons. Our supplies are all but spent. Then go take a shower. Hard to repeat the tales of our tribulations in order to please you to listen to the. No, I do not care. Shames me to beg for more when you already offer so much. Desperation compels me. Your associates can spare any provisions, anything at all. I don't have any food, but I bet you this tall guy over here does.
I do. I have a lot of food. I have probably more food than I need.
Okay, so sooner, of course, I'll help. Couldn't have picked a better day to tell the truth. Wealthy merchant and his entourage were due to have a banquet here on the morrow, but just sent word they can't come. A boatload of foodstuffs no one's going to feed. Best of all, they paid for the lot in advance. Jeez, that's good. Shit the little prince's order to the Waking Sands. If they argue, just show them the letters. I should set them straight. You guys really need, like, a mail service here. You know, one that doesn't rely on adventurers. Yes, I am aware that there actually is an in-game system. Nobody uses it.
Moogle mail. Oh, you already left.
Nobody uses it. They just find a passing adventure and go, here, can you give this to that person over there? Like, you lazy bum, you could just walk over there.
You know, now that I think about it, I'm not entirely sure where the Moogle is for the mail here in Ul'dah.
I'm pretty sure there's one right around Sapphire Avenue here.
Oh. Possibly. Oh, there's also one to the east of the Adventurous Guild.
Yeah. Yeah, I was gonna say I know there's one right outside the main crystal. Heavy hatchling. I love these pets. They're hilarious. Oh good, the gold sellers are out again. Misheard her instructions. Here's a letter. You shouldn't encourage them. They'll start to expect it. Sure. Wish you could mount inside the town.
Yeah. The main towns, I guess I kind of understand. They don't want too much being a heavy drag. But they figure it out later. Some of the newer towns you can actually fly in.
Yeah, well, I suppose it's probably because one of the big issues that you had in World of Warcraft was you would get specifically Taurens who would ride their big moose things. I forget what they're called. And they'd go stand right on top of quest givers, and then you can't click on the quest giver.
I know that when Asmongold decided to start playing, they had people with giant whales that would block them.
Yeah. And it's like, this is
such
not
a big
fun.
problem that like the devs had to come in and say, hey, you guys are getting temporary bans for this crap.
Oh, that's... Yeah, I mean, that's one solution. Alright, brief the Flame General on your situation. Pleased with his reply. He tells you to go take a shower. Granted an audience. For the Sultana and the Syndicate both, we should return to the Royal Promenade at once. Like I said, it's good. Make friends with the Scions, because we have a tendency to just barge in things. And nobody ever says anything.
Make friends with the midget elf boy. He will get you where you need to go.
Yeah, I like how he straight up got a Mass Effect weapon on his ass and never uses it.
I think it's supposed to be a book. I can't remember what his actual class is in this one.
Class is NPC.
No, they actually have classes. I know later on in, I think it's Shadowbringers, you can actually play with them on your party.
Oh, that's kind of cool. Yep, and we're going inside.
Oh, I actually stopped really close.
Yeah, it almost looked like you could see the NPC where you decided to stop.
I just decided, I thought you had to go all the way up the stairs. I was just going to sit here and wait.
To mark this auspicious occasion, I should like to present to you the finest...
When Endwalker dropped, you had a hell of a time getting to the quest givers because there were so many people. Well, yeah, that's just because there's a new expansion.
Alas, The circumstances which have brought me here today have divested me of both time and dignity.
I mean, I know in the early days of WoW, when a new expansion would release, the like the new hub city would be just absolutely impassable. He's an arcanist? Oh, okay, so it's supposed to be a book.
Okay. See, I thought it was a book. I couldn't remember.
It just looks like a gun from Mass Effect. You know how they fold up?
Yeah.
Although I myself have heard the tale of your...
Oh my god, I don't care.
Alas,
Those who survive.
more than it is my... Pray on...
What are the
Like, I mean, it sucks. You know, it's terrible that your people got their home destroyed, and you're trying to find some place to live and all that stuff. But why do I have to be here to listen to this? You know, we could have just as easily have set them up with a got her a meeting with everybody, and then like, all right, you do that, and I'm gonna go back to killing bandits or something.
The wealth of
I can't say for sure with Heaven's Word, because when I played it before, I unfortunately skipped Heaven's Word and went straight into Stormblood. I know that in Stormblood a lot of this comes back up.
What were your words? Mayhap our...
Mind your tongue, Lolorito.
My
I mean, it's still boring.
Precious or not, Uldar's greatest asset is... One need only look to
The city's greatest asset has always been the assets.
Proposal has been tabled.
What?
Given it to accept the Doman refugees or not.
I like how they've got this centerpiece right here in the middle of the table, which means that anybody at the foot of the table cannot see the Sultana.
Especially when they're Lalafell.
Well, then you need a bookcase or something, or a apple crate to stand on to even see over the table. See, like these, you can't even see over the table.
Would that it were within my
Oh,
power
that's
to
what you look
warn
like.
Your people, Lady Yukari. As you have observed, however, without the consent of this...
I understand, Your Grace.
Okay, yeah, I don't know why you came here in the first place. Like,
The nerve of the man.
there's two other towns that you could go to.
Oh, that you should have traveled so
You're an
far
adventurer, general
without us
problem
to
solver.
die.
Exactly. Give me something to hit.
Now that the Empire no longer the monitorists have grown as... But this is neither the time...
Now, I guess granted, being from as far away as they are, they wouldn't know the state of each of these towns. And they wouldn't know, like, Ulda. They see that a whole bunch of people are going there as refugees. They think that's where you go.
Yeah, or it could be also that, you know, just because the wealth of the town is legendary, so they would just be like, oh, well, that's obviously where we need to go, because they'll have plenty of, you know, plenty of money to be able to handle things, even though they're already stressed.
Very much not the right answer.
Yeah, they're already stretched
Where there is
thin.
money, there is corruption.
Well, yeah, that too. There, you see all my die collections that I've just been accumulating? No use for.
I wouldn't say no use, but you haven't gotten into the glam part of the game yet.
Go over there.
Hall of Flames, okay.
Oh yeah, they mark them on the map, so there's... Yeah, there's one there. Sometimes the problems are diplomacy. Never let adventurers handle diplomacy. I have learned this from both running and playing D&D.
Yes. A bad idea.
What in the world? It's a cube with wings and a tail. Like an imp inside of a stone box. Demon brick.
Yeah. I don't remember where that's from.
It's fun. Alright, Seneca has spoken, no point in moving that the matter be reconsidered. May the possession clear. Ulda is not an option. And then you just straight up disregard the other two, given the state of their internal affairs. Why didn't you just send them to... Yeah. It took you this long to figure this out.
No one said he was the smartest cookie.
It's probably his sister. That's why she's not here.
I don't know if she's the smartest cookie either.
I mean, she just had the sense to stay out of politics.
For now.
Yeah, this is true. Headquarters of my order stands in a place called Revenant Toll. Most outposts frequented by merc. Yeah. Yeah, just go there and... Well, we don't really speak for the town, so... People to accompany me, we discuss what aid the Immortal Flames can provide. Oh my god. So boring. I gotta talk to him, and he's back over there.
What's that? That's fine. Oh, ow.
Right across the table. Alright, concerned. May find the journey too much to bear. Supposed to board their ship, insufficient funds, room enough to breathe. Blah, 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 blah. Transportation marines regarded as obstacle. Or mandate, smaller number, go unnoticed. Syndicate will not bear the cost of escorting more than 200. Government feels as responsibility falls as private citizens. You know, I wish more people had that mindset. Oh. Me? Work to do. Yeah. Yeah, you guys got things to do. Ugh. And escort quest. Wonderful. Send you to Vesper Bay. All been decided rather suddenly, and it surprised me that the refugees required some assistance in coordinating operations. Return to Vesper Bay and facilitate the process through tasks great and small. In short, go be an adventurer.
Yep, pretty much.
I guess it's a good thing I got a bunch of these things.
I think I'm down to having like 7 of them left.
Yeah, I have 6 currently. Oh, yeah, what you want me to do? Round up the children. What is this? Majora's Mask? Play hide and seek with the kids? Hey, you. Yozen, son of Hosen. What? You've never seen a Kokobo before? What rock have you been living under? Search for children. Are they hiding in the wine barrel? We better empty it just to make sure. Found one. Didn't say anything about adults. Get out of here. I like how there's just NPCs in times.
Yeah. Gives the world a bit of life.
But when they're in the way. Which is an issue that you run into in Elite Dangerous on the carriers. They put NPCs, they have NPCs scattered around the carrier. But sometimes they're like taking up the seat. And it's like, I would like to sit here. And I can't sit here because there's an NPC in the way. Who's just like sleeping. Move. This last one. Look up there. Ooh, you can get back here. Cool. Doesn't really help any, but it's cool. I like finding places in games where you get where you're like not really supposed to go.
Yeah.
But isn't
just about any game I go on to, I try and climb as high up as I can.
Hey, you're silly. What I think would be better, though, is, what was it? Was it 7? There was one of them. I remember one of them, and it's got to be either 7 or 8. I think those are the only 2 I've played. But you would occasionally get mail over the course of the game, and every time you did, when you were on the world map, a Moogle would just, like, come out of nowhere and find you.
That was 9.
That was 9?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think they should just do it like that. Have it be like, you know, the Skyrim messenger. I don't know where this last kid is. Letter for you. Your eyes only. Kid hiding in the ship.
I didn't actually see which ones you've gotten already.
Ah, found him. Get out of here, kid. That'd be the one where you just like take the staff and poke it around the corner. So all they see is that.
Staff comes out. Hello, little child.
Hello, little kid. Come with me. Alright, children know what to do in case they found us. Oh, you're claiming it as a training exercise in case you get found by the evil empire. Sure. Go with that. They're just like, here, have a bunch of jewelry.
Yep.
Guess they finally noticed that you don't actually have enough. You don't really get that many like rings and necklaces and the stuff leading up to this. Alright, runner from the blade said we might have a problem. Fierce looking beastie's been sighted. Oh, of course. Of course. Find and kill it. Flying unicorn. This is so goofy. You know, when they said flying mounts unlocked, I was like, oh, okay, so I need to go find an actual flying mount. No, just whatever you happen to have.
Yep, just about everything has a flying ability.
Feel an eye up. Yeah, that's a big eye. Why do I always bump that one? Cannot cast while casting.
Fun fact about the eye, if you look away when it's doing that, it will do nothing to you.
Yeah, I figured that out for the one dungeon where you have the boss that'll summon the...
Hawk Manor.
Yeah. All you have to do is turn around. I've been actually meaning to test it. Is it your character that has to look away, or is it the camera that has to look away?
Your character has to look away.
Okay. The tortoise mount has the funniest flying mount. Oh, that would be hilarious. Go down.
I have to show you the behemoth flying later.
Was a beastie. Was being the operative word. Haha. Have cat. You want to say hi? No, you're just feeling cuddly? I don't know why you're climbing all over me, meowing it. Have sunshine laying it. He thinks that I don't give him enough attention because his cat isn't spoiled at all.
Nah, not at all. How could you even think that? So while you've been doing that, I went ahead and unlocked Samurai.
Ah, fun.
Yeah.
Is that... What's that one from?
It's gonna be a Heaven's Word. You could probably get it.
Haven't found where it unlocked from yet.
It's here in Ul'dah.
Oh, it is?
Yeah.
I thought the Heaven's Word ones were somewhere at the next.
Some of them, and I might be wrong. This might be a Stormblood class.
All right. I need to do the thing though, Cat. I can't click the mouse when
Let me
you're climbing on me.
take a quick look.
All right, and he's gone. Good cat hair in my note. That's wonderful.
Yep. No, you need Stormblood.
Oh, okay. It is Stormblood.
Yep. It's a level 50 class, but you need Stormblood for it.
Red Mage and Samurai unlock at 50 as long as you have the Stormblood expansion. Yeah. Yeah, so I don't have Stormblood yet. Probably will end up getting it, but... Shit, children. Get your weapon out.
Oh, that's right. Red Mage does. Yeah, you're right. For whatever reason, I thought Red Mage was Heaven's Word.
Kid doesn't get it. Let's see. Bastion of civilization and hearts in unforgiving wilderness. Lots of rocks and things. Sounds a bit scary. Are you scared of rocks? Because that's a thing. What's the best way to become more powerful? Buy weapons and armor from Rowena.
Best way to get stronger. Kill level 1 boars for 77 hours.
Yeah. Yeah, to be a better adventurer, you need to go adventuring. Who would have thought? The correct answer is seek adversity. The rest will follow. Think I could be an adventurer like you one day? No, you don't have any. You don't have cute ears. I mean, you kids got a couple of years yet, so don't get too excited. Kids, you should really be sitting down.
Now hold on, silly, because Fantasia Potions are a thing.
This is true. Although...
Yeah, I'd stepped away when you were talking about, no, you can't be an adventurer like me because you don't have ears.
Although, do they exist in universe, or are they just something
I believe they exist
For,
in universe. You get them as a quest reward.
Yeah, but you also get like emotes and stuff as quest rewards, so I don't know if that really counts.
I would never know how to jump backwards in a backflip in a battle pose if it weren't for these special items that teach you them. I would never know how to lay down and pretend like I was dead if I didn't spend $20 in the cash shop.
Yeah, exactly. I think I do have one of those potions, though.
You probably do. They should have given you one at the very end of A Realm Reborn.
Yep, right there. Legend states that any who drink this mysterious liquid before lying down for the evening will awaken a new man or woman.
Yep. It will, it'll have you log out, and then when you log back in, you get to pick your new race.
Yeah, I watched Prez do it for High Hops. Oh, yeah, right here. Here's the samurai quest.
Yep.
Not available. Stormblood.
Yep.
What are you? Oh, you just give a phoenix down. That's random.
Phoenix Down is the only item that will let you revive downed characters if you're not a healer class.
Yeah. I have one.
It's overall pretty much useless, but...
Okay. Where am I going? I'm going to the stupid...
Yeah, you're going quicksand.
I don't know why I walked all the way.
Because we were talking.
Yeah, this is true. Distracted me.
It's my fault. I'm sorry.
Edward classes are Dark Knight, Machinist, and Astrologian start at level 30. You can only get them after getting to the main city. Yeah.
Oh, I think they're talking about Foundation, which is like the first town you find.
Well, that's what we're working on.
Yep.
And now we gotta go to Revenant's Toll. Button. Yeah, my girlfriend at the time was really into World of Warcraft, and we were playing, and it was right at the end of the Burning Crusade expansion. So when Wrath of the Lich King came out, she was like, we're gonna go to the midnight release, and we went down to the local GameStop for the midnight release of Wrath of the Lich King, and got home and installed it right away, and and then she was trying to play it. I went to bed and was sleeping, but she was trying to play it, and it was like unplayable because every single person was in whatever the main town is for that. I forget what the name of it is. And it was just like you get like 4 frames and you couldn't click on anything because there's players everywhere.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
And it's like, yeah, that's why I just went to bed. Because then all the excited people who are playing right at midnight when it launches can go off and are out somewhere else in the world, and I can actually get in there and see what things are looking like. I still have my collector's edition for it, though. Get here. Okay, you have a car. Something doesn't fit here. I wonder what it could be.
That car is a 4-person mount.
Well, it's from the most recent single-player Final Fantasy game, isn't it?
Yeah, 15.
15, yeah.
It looks a little bit different than the regalia, but
All right. Getting through this. All right. Apparently her phone isn't working. Oh, yeah. Still is not able to reach the students of Baldison. Persevere, of course, within our halt. Truth is clear. Reading confirmation. Oh, for the domens. Quite busy. Show her in. Like to meet her. First thing I did when Lich King dropped was make a Death Knight. Very similar issues. I imagine. Death Knight is just a weird class. I could never get the hang of it. It's a cool idea. But yeah, I could never get the hang of it. I just played my priest all the way through.
yeah, that's kind of how I did the last time I was playing this. Was I just stuck with Lancer Dragoon to the end?
Yeah. Yeah, you just play what you know, and then, eh.
Granted, I probably should have at least tried to level up one other one, because about halfway through Shadowbringers, I was already max level.
Oh. Has max level always been 90, or have they been
No, it's
pushing it
gone
up?
up about 10 every single expansion.
Okay.
So it's 50, then 60,
Aye. Our
70.
suspicions were well founded. The Serpent Reavers are indeed
Yeah,
the culprits.
yeah, 80 and now 90.
The plot thickens.
I lost track
Has there
of
been
the
any
expansions
movement
for a
in
second
town?
there.
Yeah, there's quite a few expansions out for those.
Quiet, which
Yeah,
is to say
there's
the Amara are
there's
being
4
no
expansions
more or
and the
less of a
base game.
nuisance than usual. Summoning a freak with
Which
such
technically, I
crystals
guess, is also an expansion,
we
since
aren't
they
sure
rewrote everything.
reports not out of the ordinary.
Although you can't play the
Yes
original.
and no. I think that
Then we
I
have
think
our
that
explanation.
the people who
Your
had the game prior
explanation
still
for
had to
what?
repurchase it, but I'm
For the
not
recent
certain on
spate
that.
of crystal thefts
That's
in
I wasn't
Canada.
around for the original.
Yet it did not. It led us across the sea unto Vilbrand.
Vilbrand?
Well, if you had to repurchase it, then it would even more be a
Of increased Saharan activity
expansion, because
Yeah.
it's typically you have to buy the expansions.
Oh
Yeah, that's
gods.
true. That's true.
They mean to summon Leviathan?
That
It
is the way
is
that I
pretty
think.
neat that they
Whilst
tied
conducting our
in
investigation on
the,
behalf of the mineral concern,
the
with the aid
end
of the
of
Maelstrom,
the
I was
original
able to
game
verify our
and put it
suspicions.
as part
It is
of
only a
the
matter of
lore
time before
for
Leviathan
A Realm
returns
Reborn.
to harrow the seas.
Yeah, that was pretty cool.
But there is more. One of the Sahagin, an elder by my judgment.
Uh-oh, you set off both the
Ishtola.
people with the echo.
Such a disturbance in the ether. If I did not know
Where did
better, I should think this
Highbridge-
device
where's
defective.
Highbridge at? Oh, okay.
Oh, that's
I
a
know where
thing.
And there is the explanation.
Haven't seen him with the glasses on before?
No, I think they wore them a little bit in the very first cutscene where they got introduced. I was talking about the big crystal and whatever the heck's going on with this guy's head.
It shall begin. Our Lord shall rise midst
Oh, the Sahagins.
to wash
Gotcha.
away the
Yeah.
finless one. And I shall be granted the gift and knowledge of eternity.
Because, like, oh, turns out the Asians are still up to mischief, giving beast tribes the knowledge to summon primals.
Whence comes this promise of immortality? The emissary?
And it's
outstayed
Radon in
our
your
welcome.
chat that's talking to you, right?
Yeah. Yeah, he's in my chat. Hello.
How's it going, Radon?
The gift and knowledge.
Are the two of you quite well?
You'd be used to this by now.
You shared that vision, did you not?
No, you can never get used to things.
Even
Headaches are
before the
always a
Sahagin made
pain.
mention of the emissary,
Wow,
I
yeah.
recognized
I was
the
more
words.
referring to the other characters
behind this.
when the PC
yeah.
and Millifinia go into the echo trance or whatever it is.
Yeah. See,
But
when I first
Refuge
was
is
playing
not
through it, I
within his
thought that
power to
all of them
grant the
had
echo.
traces of the Echo. I didn't realize that it was just
My
Minfilia
lady,
and
unless
the main
we act
character.
swiftly, Leviathan will rise again.
Yeah.
The Admiral has
Because
already
there's
requested that
well,
we
there's
introduce
times when the
Francis.
other scions will show up
We are to
in the fights
She
with
will have our full
the primals,
cooperation.
but they don't get tempered,
Let
and
us
it's
make
like,
haste to Limsa Lominsa.
what? Shouldn't they get? I guess the primal has to do it. It's not just a passive thing.
I mean to play a part in this mission. Tataru, pray, take charge in my absence.
My lady, are you sure this is wise?
I am aware of the risks, but there is something I must see with my
Bounced around a
knowledge.
lot in the game. Started Pugilist until picked up Rogue, went Ninja until Ultimate Weapon, Red Mage for Post, Summoner Scholar till Endwalker, Rework Summoner, now you main Gunbreaker.
Yeah,
Cool.
Gunbreaker
The
was
true
a
nature
big
of the
change.
Is
Very well.
Gunbreaker's the one that
I
gets the
shall
actual
stand
gun
your
blades, isn't it?
Yes.
On the condition that you
They
permit
are
me to
the
accompany
tank
you as
DPS. That's good to
Your
hear.
company is ever welcome, Thancred.
I take it something ill is afoot.
Ah,
Aye.
that dog.
A primal is about to be loosed upon Eorzea.
Primal?
Yeah, you know what primals are,
Godlike
right?
being whose very existence is a bane upon the land.
In case you hadn't been
These
paying
scions
attention in the last of the
Saxon
game.
have sworn to put an end to their kind.
I see. Know then that I am learned in the arts of war.
It would be most welcome. When contending with a primal, one can... If you crave a more intimate understanding of the problem...
Dang. I've actually been kind of in between streams. I've been going through and leveling other classes. I obviously been playing White Mage, and I took Scholar Arcanist all the way up to 50, Black Mage up to 50, and then I was working on Marauder, which is interesting.
You've got a little bit of everything.
Yeah, kill the primal. Scholar's a good class if you like not doing anything.
Yeah, I think you were saying something about that the other day.
Yeah, because you get a pet that'll heal. And it's really good at it. Healer, DPS, and tank all covered. Yeah, that's kind of the idea. I really enjoy the Black Mage storyline, though.
The Lancer Dragoon one does go into the next few expansions really well.
Would it be doing damage as Scholar? Oh, yeah. I mean, obviously. Chucking damage and stuff. But that's basically all you have to do is just throw damage, because unless players are getting hit with big mass damage to actually heal them, the pet can keep everybody topped off. So all you have to do is just sit there and throw ruin at whatever you're attacking. Soldiers of the front line, hours of doing so. But I am so bored by this, I've kind of lost track of what's happening.
Primals getting resummoned.
Yeah, I mean, that's the gist that I've gotten.
Aside from that, not a lot. There's a plot with the Domans finding new homes.
I think that's been resolved now. 'Cause they're just hanging out in Revenant's Toll.
Yeah.
Not joining your stupid fates. Huh. Where's this NPC that I'm supposed to...
Top.
Ah. I was gonna look there next. Not you. I don't care what you say. I don't like the hitboxes. The hitboxes are kind of large for everybody. You try to click on them. Which I guess is good for monsters when you're trying to target, but annoying when you have it standing this close together.
There's also tab targeting for creatures.
Yeah, but it sucks. Always wants to target things that are far away from you and not already engaged. And it's like, why?
There should be a way to toggle that. And once again, I don't know what it is.
I thought I did change it, but it didn't stick. Or, like, it didn't do what I expected it to do. Of being able to just fly over the bullshit. Maelstrom restorative on the Wounded Storm Private. Gotta find a Wounded Storm Private. Ah.
Oh yeah, I know where you're at. You're really close to him.
Yeah, okay, get off the horse then. I owe you my life. Change the tab targeting, go from left to right, closest to furthest. Yeah, I tried changing it to closest, but it didn't stick.
Do you unlock?
It's in one of the
No. I don't need that yet.
target.
Okay, I know what that's
Yeah.
at.
Auto target according to priority. Priority is closest range. Okay, that's auto target. I don't know. I'm not gonna. Let's go.
A secret tunnel.
Oh, that's good. I found some soldiers' corpses. I sense a hostile presence. Weird, yeah. I don't know. Because I've actually had problems where I have like a situation like this, and I go to tab target one of these guys, and it'll grab one of these guys out here instead. And it's like, that's not what I want. I want the guy who's actually hitting me.
Yep. Oh, what are you doing here?
And we collect corpses.
Oh, this one's speaking. So you're not hearing what's coming from mine, right?
No, no, just
good.
Just through Discord.
Good, good. Because this is a little bit further than you're at.
Where am I going? Oh, over here. God damn it. Stop clicking on that guy. Here you go. I got some flowers for you. Wounds were not intended to kill, but to torture and maim. Does their savagery know no bound? It's so bad. Alright, stand, bastards, kill them solely and chase their rotten souls through all 7 hells. Well, then you would have to die too. Here for a purpose, the vengeance is not it. Want your mind on the task at hand. Apologies. Kind of need to keep their head. According to our soul surviving scout, thralls have been already begun to amass at the Aetheryte in the depths of Saspa. Act it must be now. Men are ready, we but await your orders. As predicted, Titan security in and around the spawning ground. Frontal assault is like to be met with fierce resistance. Not so artless as that. We should divide our forces and strike them hard and fast at key locations. Remember, our ultimate objective is to take the Aetheryte and eliminate the priest presiding over the summoning. We're not here to kill them all. Although if we kill them all, then they can't do their summoning. That's how my brother plays stealth games. You just murder everybody, then nobody can tattle on you.
If they're all dead, then you've successfully stealthed.
Yeah. Yes, no one can notice if there's no one to notice. They always go to like these lengths to set up in order to let an adventuring party go off and do adventuring party things. And it's like sometimes it's a little bit sometimes it stretches a little. First checkpoint and defeat any Sagan that appear. Okay, before we do that though, I'm gonna use the restroom real quick, so I will be.
Okay, see you soon. Oh, excuse me.
Alrighty. Did you need something? I don't know why they're both being pests right now, and I don't know why.
You're not giving them attentions. They always want attentions when you don't want to give.
True. This way. Why is there a fate here? I have zero interest in your faith.
Not breaking stuff.
Don't think you ever asked what server data center? Crystal Goblin.
Yep. I used to play on Primal Exodus, but I don't anymore.
Yeah. There's also a free company that's been set up. On the server.
Yeah. Yep.
Or could you not ram your cone into my legs? Hey, you guys are like stabby. I dislike the stabby.
I did forget to.
What? Oh, there's more.
You will pay with your life.
Problem is that I can out-heal the damage that you do, so it doesn't really work. Alright, and then go to the final checkpoint and kill them.
Do it!
Why are you attacking? Like, everything else in here is leaving me alone. I like when you move out of the range of the attack and you still get hit by the attack. Wonderful. I do have to say that as much as I like the fact that they don't really let you use add-ons or mods in this, I do kind of miss Deadly Boss mods because it was fun. Aha, my own stabby has come. Jeez, just nuke him.
A little bit, not fully. Just enough that they know who's boss.
Well, that's my that's how the Black Mage works. Black Mage is just like takes forever to wind up, but then boom, you're dead. You guys aren't the cute axolotls that you get in Minecraft. Not concern yourself. Glancing blow. Close at hand. Let's press on. Scoop them up in a bucket. Carry them around in your pocket. I think it's just Zoomies time for the cat, because now he's jumping back and forth over the gate. Yeah, see, the staff is like, the fuck's happening?
Both.
Nice shot, Percy.
Did I miss much?
Okay, that's impressive.
So that is how you fight in the Far East. Mental note, pick no quarrel with Domans. But seriously, if I am to keep up, I must needs forsake elegance for efficiency.
I mean, it looks cool. I think these two are flirting at this point.
I mean, Thancred is a big flirt as it is.
Ah, yeah.
To the Aetheryte.
The staff's like, the fuck is going on?
But I think his flirting at this point is kind of more a gentlemanly way, not like a... Yeah.
Fucking staff.
Yes.
Someone has brought a gun to a spear fight.
You'll forgive me my lateness.
Oh, yeah, of course. She's just like bored.
Kind of upsets me that like this was not an actual class that you could play at the time. I guess technically still not even.
I've been something of a
The
liability
closest you
for
get is
time.
Mechanist.
'Tis high time I set about making amends.
Yeah.
But no more.
Yeah, alright. Just, like, summon the thing or not. Like, not making speeches.
Lord of the world.
There you go.
Hearken to our plea. Lord of the world, deliver us from our misery.
Hey, that rhymes.
Do you feel that?
Yeah, those of you not infected by the echo might want to run away.
I know this sensation. It's the echo.
What?
Or not?
Such power. It is transcendent.
I don't know why you didn't do that to begin with. Okay, that's not normal.
Yeah, no, not a lot of stuff in here is normal.
Seven hells.
Strike me down if you will. It is futile. I have mastered the gift. I am eternal.
Alright, well, we'll just lock you in a box then.
Oh, mighty Leviathan, ruler of the seas, born of waters primordial, I beseech you, come forth.
I am eternal. Sacrifice my people.
Yeah, exactly.
Die, damn you!
I mean, if you killed off all three of them, then he'd have nowhere to go.
Yeah, I was just thinking that too.
Foolish shorewalker, you cannot kill that which is eternal.
At least somebody's intelligent.
I do love that her response to things is to shoot it.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a Sekiro boss.
Heavens forfend.
Yes.
Damn it!
Ah, yes. So much fun.
And to be joining can still help you with dungeons. Yeah, that's fine.
My being ebbs away. But it should by right be infinite.
Probably if you stayed in a body it would be, but if you're floating around as an orb...
Immortal.
Energy has to be contained or it dissipates.
You promised me everlasting... What is that? Is that like poop? Kind of pop? Probably something they sell down south.
Where did he go?
I like Merylwood, but I can't. I like General Raubon.
Hells take that sea demon. Gather the survivors and get to shore. Leave the wrecks for the pirates.
I like that she is a very direct individual.
Yeah.
Leviathan wastes no time. The diversionary squadron is lost. For a mercy, 'twould seem the Primal now makes for open sea. But why does he not press his advantage? Unless...
Because Primal want Crystal.
God save us. He means to unleash a tidal wave.
Or that.
If that's the case, why don't they just take the big crystal that's sitting here instead of letting you like touch it to summon them.
Because then the story wouldn't happen.
Yeah, that's true. Very true.
Speak of no normal wall of water, that which Leviathan makes ready to conjure carries more destructive power than anything seen in nature, enough to raise entire coastal settlements. Last attempt as any guide, we cannot suffer history to be repeated. How in the seven hells are we to prevent it? Kill it?
Yeah.
I mean,
It's not a very hard situation.
This is the game series that allows you to suplex a train.
Yeah.
So I'm pretty sure we can just kill the tidal wave.
Yes.
Like cries out for action, must take thought. Leviathan remains in the open seas, effectively beyond our reach. Fleet is second to none. That you may be sure, but would struggle to best the Lord of the World in his element. Straight fight, he would make meat and matchwood of us. So we need to go find a earth-aspected crystal and load it up into the Enterprise. Right? Because that's how we got to the Lady of the Vortex. Or I guess it would be fire aspected. Oh, I want to stand on it. I can stand right here. Okay, command room. Away we go.
Yes. Yes. Let's go. I guess I need to stand up first.
Yeah, you can just stay sitting there. It's fine.
No! Sorry, I was talking to somebody real quick.
Ah, you're good. Oh, I discovered that Old Stone Creamery is Grubhub last night.
Oh, yeah?
That is dangerous.
Yeah, gold sellers
There
are out
used
in
to be a
force.
hamlet beyond South Tidegate in western Lanosha. Hearthstone, 'twas called. Some years prior to the Maelstrom's founding, Leviathan rose from the briny depths and set about unleashing watery hell upon us. On that occasion, the company of heroes put him down
Oh, there's
before he
Saxa
could
too.
do too much damage. But when the bastard came next, this time in the wake of the calamity, we were not so fortunate. Weary of ravaging our shoreline, he summoned a tidal wave which fair leveled Hearthstone and washed the soil away for good measure.
Never good.
The area was subsequently occupied by the Sahagin.
Aye, the thrice-damned creatures transformed it into a spawning ground for their brood. Given the quantity of crystals stolen to feed him and his legion of thralls, we can be fairly sure that Leviathan is stronger now than in his
That's the wrong way.
previous incarnations. If that sea demon is left to wreak havoc, what befell Hearthstone may well befall a larger settlement, even Limsa.
I mean, if a tidal wave hits here, you guys are in trouble because so much of your city
cannot
is
happen.
suspended by bridges.
Primal must be stopped.
That was ever our objective, Admiral. But how are we to achieve it? The sea is Leviathan's uncontested domain. The ships of the 3rd Squadron could not close to within 100 yards of the Primal, nor could their cannons pierce his defenses.
If memory serves, most of their town was built from the old
have
boats
read
that they
the
used to
reports, Master
get
Vanquist.
into the area.
Our warships may as well have been
Yeah, I think they
bloody
said that at one
pleasure
point
barges
early
for
on.
all the good they did. 7 hells. Is there no way that we might strike back?
Drop a nuke on
The
him.
company of heroes defeated Leviathan, having first lured him into an inlet, but we must needs contend with him upon the open sea. It will avail us little to consult past experience.
Admiral, if I may.
I have a stupid idea.
Speak freely, Marshal.
Well, that'll probably what'll work.
By
That's
all
how these games
accounts,
seem to do.
Leviathan's
typically.
most formidable weapon is the very sea itself. Waves and whirls.
What? Disarming your foe? What are you gonna do? Drain the ocean?
Are his to command. The key to victory, I believe, lies in disarming our foe.
So somebody's got to swim down to the bottom and find the stopper and pull it out,
This, in effect,
and then
is
get
what
away
the
before you get sucked down the drain hole.
with their ruse. We cannot lure Leviathan from the sea a second time. But what if we could weaken his hold upon the element of water?
That is what he wants to
I
do.
have heard of devices capable of such wonders. They draw upon the power of corrupted crystals, I am told. If mounted upon a ship, such a device might be used to prevent Leviathan from bringing the full force of the sea to bear against him.
Of course! Sid built a similar device to grant the Enterprise.
Oh my god, he does want to do exactly what I said. We gotta go find a fire aspected crystal, and then use that to shoot through it.
My lady, but to give credit where it's due, this is something I heard from an old arcanist friend of mine.
It makes little difference who thought of it first, so long as it works. Beg the specifications of this device from your
Well, why don't we just go borrow
and I shall pass
Sid's? Like,
them
he's
on
already
to our
got one.
people at Naldic and Vermelis.
Change out the crystal.
But before we proceed any further, I would voice one concern. Piercing Garuda's defenses is one thing. Suppressing Leviathan's attacks, quite another. In matters of science, I am as a babbling babe. But I cannot well imagine that such a feat would be possible without a veritable mountain of corrupted crystals. The question being, do we have a ship big enough to bear such a burden?
Mayhap not, Admiral. But
We don't
you
need
might.
one.
Recall you the tale of Mistbeard's greatest haul?
I mean,
It is said
that,
that he
but you
lashed two
could also
ships
just have another
together,
ship that just
side by side,
carries back and
the
forth
benefit
and keep the
bear
crystals on the
and
shore.
plunder. By your leave, we might attempt to repeat the trick. The gods know it would be quicker than building a new vessel.
Mistbeard did this. Truly, Marshal, upon the subject of the Pirate King, you are as a scholar.
Now, from what I have gleaned of these
It's like, I don't know if that's an
the
insult or
device will
not.
need to be in close and constant proximity to the target.
With
To
her,
which
yes.
We must lash our twin vessel to Leviathan. This in itself will be no small feat. Ramming speed will be required, but given the weight of the cargo, that will only be attainable with the aid of a tow.
I have no idea what you guys are talking about.
Suffice it to say, the task of piloting said vessel will entail considerable danger.
Oh boy, Leviathan, favorite aesthetically, less fun of a fight. It does sound like there's some goofy mechanics gonna happen in the fight.
Will be dangerous for all involved, but we have no better recourse.
Mechanics, yes, that kind of makes sense for the setting of where we're gonna be.
Yeah.
But
Assemble the remnants of
that
the
doesn't
fleet at Moraby Bay.
that doesn't excuse it.
Give priority to our soundest vessels. The repairs.
I'm just gonna say, at least it's not Bismarck.
Yeah, I haven't gotten there yet.
Marshal Slaffy.
Yeah, that's gonna be a
Command of the
while.
operation is yours. I want that twin vessel ready.
At once, Admiral.
What is with the side-eye glances back and forth?
And then there is the small matter of slaying the beast. The fate of Limsa Lominsa rests upon your shoulders once again.
Yes, I will stand nearby while other people poke it to death.
Yes. All 8 of us.
Beings held as gods also exist in what you call the Far East. Legend tells us they walked among us in days of yore, but I confess that I never truly believed in them. To live to behold one is humbling and horrifying in equal measure. Now that I've come face to face with the primal, do begin to understand why the Garlands fear them so. Bang the door, dude. Jesus Christ. Message. Judge it best to be delivered at once. According to Yellow Jacket, a man has appeared who claims to have defeated Leviathan. The current one? Details are hazy. Dispatch one of our own to question the individual. Disinclined to put any score to his store by his claim, yet should it be true. None say the company of heroes are bested. Know how they went about it. Man is their number. What could he tell us we do not know already? Although the last time that we tracked down one of these people, he turned out to be a fraud. Wager two ships.
Yeah, that was all the way back with Titan.
Pile of crystal. Can we afford to ignore this man? His testimony could yield us any manner of advantage. We hear it. Damn it all. Twin vessel should problem. Man you're looking for is believed to be a resident of the Grey Fleet and lower. Storm private, such a question should already be in the vicinity. I mean, as it has always turned out, the solution to dealing with these things is to hit them till they stop moving.
This may sound crazy, but why don't we smack it in the face till it stops breathing?
There's I forget what game it is, but there's at one point you infiltrate this like cult, and then at one point they ask you like, why did you join the cult? And you can be like, I don't know, I just like hitting stuff. And they're just kind of like, oh, okay, fair enough.
Sure. Aft castle. Oh wait, no.
No, it's.
Oh, you're coming down to Mora Bay.
Not in town. Made it sound like it was.
Okay.
Or we can just,
yeah, your quickest route should be going out to Middle Lenosha. Or lower, that works too.
I mean, if we had to do ground travel, then.
Yeah, you do have flight. That is true.
Flying horse.
You know, since we were talking about the last time that you talked to somebody who had beaten a primal, this is the same area.
It is the same area, isn't it? What you want to bet it's the same guy? If it is, I really hope you get to push him into the ocean. Just like, stop.
Or at the least that he recognizes you and doesn't try to pull your leg.
Yeah. It is the same guy. Ability store, yeah, right after you carry those sacks of grain over to the mill. So he's trying to get people to do his chores for him. At least it's somebody else doing it this time and not me. Pick the oranges, mucked out the stables, rolled the millstone. Yeah, you're going for a swim. And put some damn pants on, would you? Some of those are rougher stuff, right? I give you what you want, never be led a generous soul. He hasn't noticed that we're here yet.
Nah. That moment when he turns around, oh crap.
I fought him. I could barely see for all the brine he was pelting at me. Must have been a lagoon's worth at least. He even knocked me trusty axe out of my hands at one stage. Of course, that proved to be a grave mistake. At least the private's into it. Grabbed him by the tail and tied him in knots. What are you, Hercules? I want to take all the glory for the self. Let my mates in the company of heroes handle the rest. Like I said, modest and truly heroic. And he's butchering the name.
I think he did the same thing with Titan.
Yeah, he kept calling
him
him
Triton.
Yeah, he kept calling him Triton or something like that. Oh, it's you! I'm sorry, I didn't mean it. I was just enjoying the attention. Take back everything I said.
How can you take anyone seriously when they have a baby chocobo tattooed on their face?
Yeah, really. Oh God! Speaking of tattoos, so in Oh crap! I've just forgotten the name of the game. The one where you're taking out a cult, a doomsday cult in like Montana or something.
Far Cry.
Far Cry, yeah, that's the one. Far Cry 5. So the main bad guy in Far Cry 5 has those hummingbird tattoos on his chest.
Yep.
And it's like, I cannot take him seriously because my cousin has the same tattoos. And they look so much better on her than they do on him. Because his are terrible. Like, they're faded and just garbage. Apparently they're a Navy tattoo. Is what
didn't know
they
that.
mean. Yeah, because she was in the Navy, too. Massive sea serpent, some off the coast, fleet of galleons making straight for it, bloody scared, soiled myself right there and then. Is that why you don't wear pants? Oh god, just remembering the day made me soil myself all over again. Can we leave now?
No.
Really is terrible, dreadful, not careful, end up in a skeleton at the bottom of the sea. Don't get closer to him.
Oh, these are lead rates. Don't need that.
Worthless, lying horse son, can't believe you made me handle Gokobot. We really need to put a sign up or something where it's like, this guy is a liar, don't... Then to associate hummingbirds with the Aztecs. Really? Yeah, I don't know the story behind the tattoos. I just know that they are like they're just something that people who served in the Navy get. Where it's just right on their chest, like right here. I don't know why. I've never asked. There's somebody here just slapping him over and over. Holy crap. I don't think you can see my chat, but like...
You're sitting in front of the chat.
Just slap, 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 slap. Oh my god. Oh, I can't say I blame them though. Alright. Back down here. Surprised he didn't claim to have defeated King Moogle.
Different location, I think. King Moogle was Gridania in the Shroud.
So? Dude's a liar.
Well, that's true.
When has that ever stopped anyone?
It is very, very true.
I don't like that they have a ceiling for mounts. Makes sense. Head of the Aztec pantheon was known as the hummingbird of the south. Their warriors supposedly turned into hummingbirds when they die. Interesting. I don't really know that much about Aztec mythology. Not one that I've really looked into. Kind of cool, though. Very fleet-proof. Yeah, the dude's an idiot. I said, we need to put a sign, like, over top of his house that just says, this guy's a liar, don't believe anything he says. Especially if it's about primals. Twin vessel, the Whirl Eater. My dyslexia really wanted to call that something else. Is complete, and she surpasses all my expectations. In addition to her prodigious tonnage, she has been fitted with a platform that you and yours might maneuver freely in battle. Would mention also that she is nigh unsinkable, but one not to tempt fate. Do not call ships unsinkable. We have learned this lesson. Whirl Eater and her crew stand ready. Just give the word and she'll bear you to Leviathan. Look, you're ready. Having been constructed in some haste, the Whirl Eater may not be pretty, but I assure you she's capable. Fitted with what our friends are calling an elemental converter. Assuming the thing works, it will use the power of the corrupted crystals on board to rob Leviathan of his hold over water. Hey, at least we don't have to go get the crystals this time.
Yeah.
Depending on how the battle unfolds, may well need to activate the device manually, of course. Keep that in mind. So there's no may about it. We will have to go over and trigger it manually.
No, it'll totally work.
Expected, the Thrall will attempt to come to the Leviathan's defense. Accordingly, the Maelstrom will once again employ diversions. If you assist in the effort, to fulfill its purpose, your diversionary force must not want for numbers. By your leave, I too would volunteer my blade. Don't call it unsinkable when you're fighting a sea serpent kaiju. Yeah, exactly. We would welcome it, having seen you fight. I dare say the fishbacks will find your presence highly diverting. Yeah, stand around and nod at each other. Woman who has made a sport of slaying gods. Pretty much.
I mean, later on, we literally start farming them so that we can try and get their mounts, so...
The World Eater Hard is now accessible. I don't know why they feel the need to tag these as being hard.
Because they have another one, which is the World Eater Extreme, which is what I just unlocked.
World Eater Hard. Yeah, but why tag it as hard? Like, I don't, like, oh, okay, I get that there's another level above that, but why do they start with hard?
Because the normal ones are the ones that you go through in the main storyline. Then the hards you get in the patch quests, and the extremes come, I can't even tell you when.
I don't know. Alright. Let's give it a try.
Yeah, because I have Thorn March, World Eater, and Alpha Amphitheater.
Hard was at the time max level content. Oh, okay. So that was just telling you that this is intending for you to be max level.
Oh, okay. I didn't know that.
Sense.
I know that going back on these in minimum eye level is usually really difficult.
Yeah. Currently equipped with the recommended gear.
Yay.
Alright, here we go. Light party, full party. Surprised I didn't call it a heavy party. Got to put lenses in your goggles there.
Are you talking about Tarmor?
Yeah. Actually, all of those goggles don't really look like they have lenses in them. Even the ones that the player can wear.
Yeah, if you zoom in a little bit, you can kind of see the light refraction off of it.
Oh, this is going to end badly. What is this platform? I keep half expecting, you know, when you pull the staff out to have it just be like, nope, and takes off.
I ain't dealing with this crap today.
Too early, I just woke up.
We've got 2 Reapers in our group.
Is that good or bad?
I don't know. I haven't really played Reaper. It's an Endwalker class.
Ooh, and 2 warriors too. Alright, let's go.
Now, usually it's the Lancer's job to get behind and kind of stick him in the rear end with the pokey end. Can't do that with this guy.
Yeah, a little hard to do with this one. Oh.
Ooh, okay, and that would have been a death on the other one.
Everybody can have a little bit of heal over time.
Hold on, I can't hear you.
Okay, this is chaos.
Yeah, a little bit.
Stand in that.
Okay. Where is he at? 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 Okay, he's everywhere. Woo! Seems like somebody was already on the switch, so that's good.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, shit.
Hold on. Give me that tail.
This guy's title is the Meat Axe. What's the other? Oh, we also have a Sage as the other healer. Stop water spouting me.
And done.
Huh, cool. 2 Reapers, been a party with 2 Sages and 4 Reapers. Oh, jeez. Wasn't too bad.
No, that's not bad at all.
I like how everybody leaves before you get a chance to give out any.
Yeah, well, a lot of them don't sit there and wait for people to get out of their cutscenes.
Yeah, I noticed that. I was doing random dungeons on other classes, and the tank went ahead and just started the boss fight when the healer was still in a cutscene. So we're like in the boss room, fighting the boss. The healer's still in the cutscene, and it's one of those ones that has a super long cutscene.
Yeah.
But we all died. Healer's still in the cutscene.
When that happens, you let the tank go in and die. You don't help.
Yeah, I didn't notice that they were still in the cutscene until we were already in it.
Yeah, I can understand that.
But yeah, teach me that I gotta pay attention a little bit more, because it tells you if they're cutscene. All right, we have killed another primal.
Elominsons are sworn to strive, till sea swallows all. And swallow all it would have, had Leviathan prevailed. That we still strive now, we owe in no small part to you. Not for the first time, you have delivered Limsa Lominsa from the wrath of a primal. Never has our nation known a stouter ally. On behalf of my people, I give you my humblest thanks. Tis meet that I give thanks to old Mistbeard, too, for his fine solution.
I already got those.
Whatever else he may have been, tis clear he was a resourceful...
Obnoxious and rude on the tank. Though there's a setting that lets you auto skip cutscenes you've seen already. Yeah, I have that one turned on.
Yep.
But yeah, you gotta watch. Because you get players that haven't seen the
Before I
cutscene
set
yet.
foot in these lands, I had no inkling that the people of Eorzea contended with such mighty foes. Suffice it to say, their existence gave
And
us something of a shock,
when you're maining
as
through
did the idea
as
that they could
healer,
be
it's always
defeated.
good to kind of take a look before you jump into that boss fight, just in case.
This experience has served to remind me of the vastness of the world and the boundless potential of man.
Because it's definitely a pain if they're able to beat that boss while you're in that cutscene.
Though I am
Doesn't happen very often, but still.
I would fain be of use to you in your fight. Know that I am tutored in one of the foremost combat arts of the Far East. It may seem outlandish to the Eorzean eye, but should any of your people care to learn, I would be pleased to
Access to a class.
And I will see to it that they are grateful. I have no doubt that your knowledge and skills will serve us well. Besides, your art is not so outlandish as you think. Would you not agree, Master Thancred?
Everybody looks at him.
Naught escapes your searching eye, Admiral. Few are privy to this information, but Limsa Lominsa is home to a certain secret fraternity. Its members are trained in a form of combat not unlike your own. By my judgment, it should not be beyond such individuals to adapt
Not
to the
doing that one.
techniques I witnessed you employing with such admirable deftness.
I am heartened to hear this. I too noted a kinship.
Vasily,
between
I'm
your
gonna go
style
ahead and
and
hop
mine.
off.
Though it seemed to me that you fought
I'm
differently
gonna
in the
get a little bit of sleep before I go see my young one.
Okay. Sounds good.
Enjoy.
I suppose I
And
what can I
we'll
say?
see you later.
Yeah,
I'm a man
thanks
of
for
many
joining in.
talents.
Oh yeah, no problem. Have a good one.
You too.
Though you may labour to believe it, Thancred was once something of a scoundrel who fraternized with the criminal class in these parts.
Yeah, that's pretty much been made obvious.
Yestola! Yes, of course.
But for a chance encounter with Alfino's grandsire, he might never have left Limsa Lominsa, or received an education in Sharlayan, or taken up his post in Uldar, which is where he trained in the blade lesson.
Look at his face.
Minfilia, please!
Just give away his entire mysterious backstory.
It would seem there is more to you than meets the eye, Master Thancred.
Lady Yugiri, I am told that you and yours came to Eorzea seeking permanent resettlement, and that many domins have since been engaged as frontier hands at Revenant's Toll. Moderna is many things, but a place of refuge it is not.
Oh, now she's going to offer them a space
Know
here.
that I would like nothing better than
Yep.
to furnish your people with a new home here on Lominsan soil. Alas, racked by instability as we are, our nation is in no fit state to take you in. Yet I'll not have it said that we turned a blind eye to your suffering. Until such
Oh, that's
time
nice
as
at
you can
least.
do more, I pledge to send provisions.
Bashful Thancred is only usurped by spoiler. Oh.
We are in your debt, Admiral. I realize that it's scarce
Fog
qualifies
underneath
as a
my
payment, but if it please you, I shall set about sharing my martial knowledge with your people at once.
Not quite as bad when I had my Pomeranian. He would insist on being in my lap. So like right now he would be in my lap.
The better not to spoil the festive mood. History repeats itself, Admiral. As the kobolds did before them, the Sahagin resorted to summoning their god over a territorial feud. They acted in self-preservation. It may be that the Sahagin initiated this particular clash, but how it begins does not interest me so much as how it ends.
I have not forgotten our conversation, Y'ashtola. I am aware that man bears part of the blame for the Primal's existence. Nor am I ignorant of the Sahagins' reason for acting. They sought to secure a place to breed and multiply that their kind might survive. Self-preservation, as you say.
Yeah, they just picked bad places to do
We have
it.
as much right to live and thrive as they. If our own survival is threatened, are we to lay down our arms and welcome oblivion? Nay.
Nay.
And so you kill, that you might live. Yet if living is a right, then that right belongs to all peoples, be they men or beastmen.
Survival of the fittest.
I'll not deny your reasoning. But when a storm gathers, it falls to me to see my people safely through it. That is my duty, and I shall do it.
As must we all.
She's
Admiral.
just like standing there
Stay the
eavesdropping.
course, then, but know that it will lead to no good end.
Man has ever put himself first and foremost. To justify his actions, he clads himself in the armor of righteousness, though it be a fancy of his own making. In this, mayhap the Garleans and we Domans are not so different.
Eorzea has become as a raging sea. If we are to keep our heads above the waves, we cannot scruple to drown the man next to us. When hopes of coexistence founder, strength must determine who has the greater right to live.
Yeah, I mean, that's one way to look at it. Don't know if it's the best way to look at it. Alright, what next? A level 90 weapon coffer. Oh, item level 90. Inform me of the arrangement. I have in my keeping a letter of introduction. To the south stands a gate leading to the pier for smaller fishing vessels. Look for an inconspicuous man there. Send the letter to him. He serves as a gatekeeper. Before you go, obliged to remind you the members of the Hem fraternity to which you would be introduced abide in the shadows, value their independence more highly than pirates, and are united by a bond stronger than mithril. To wit, they are they are very wary of new faces. Though penned by the Admiral herself, mere words on parchment will get you only so far into their confidence. You must work for every ounce of trust. Here's a letter. Go to the man, and good luck. Okey-dokey. This seems like a lot of stuff. But I guess if it was intended to keep players busy between expansions. I went the wrong way, but we still got there. Got business with me? Yes, yes. He's wearing a mask. Hoping I might catch a glimpse of Thancred too. Been a while since I saw a shit-eating grin. With the doe-eyed wenches about, I expect he's got his hands full. Probably. Far Easterner says wants to train with us. Welcome. Honored to make your acquaintance. Must confess, first learned of your organization. I had certain preconceptions as to the nature of your membership. It would seem I was mistaken. Not the first person to say that. City of Pirates, to be sure, and pirates don't give two farts about keeping a spotless reputation. Hardly need a secret society to do their dirty work. Might be as my people and I keep to the shadows, but we're nothing to be ashamed of. Really better for business that we remain unseen. Also, and so you've developed fighting techniques to this purpose, I see. Now the practitioners of my art too are Deezens of Shadow. In strength that our strength lies. Oh, in stealth that our strength lies. Yeah, that didn't make sense. Much we might learn from each other. What in the seven hells are we waiting for? If you come with us, Yurguri of Do What's It. Get acquainted in more private surrounds. That didn't come out right, did it? Oh, and you butchered her name, too. Remain with the people for a while, might study their ways. Though I'm loath to be separated from my countrymen, I take solace in the knowledge they are the best of hands. And a true friend, no words would suffice to express gratitude. Hope to begin imparting martial knowledge to the people of Izoria. When the time comes, it would be my honor to welcome you as a student. I don't know if it's the class I'm thinking it is. Probably not. Pretty sure this is the rogue class that they're talking about, and I don't particularly care for the rogue or stealth-based gameplay. Much and more has occurred since I first beheld Azoria from my Gallon's deck. Suffice to say, did not envision being invited to play a part in your noble struggle, but forgive me, I have kept you over long. Doubtless you have pressing business of your own. Rest assured that I no longer require an escort in this land. When you next meet Lady Milfinia, relay to her my humblest thanks. Would that I could do so in person, but I must needs fulfill my promise to the Admiral till we meet again. Okay. What the hell? Random thing that it did. The stealth is rogue, but once the actual gameplay doesn't use it. Yeah, I mean, still, I tried rogue as in World of Warcraft, and it just didn't work. Just don't have the right mindset for it. Pop this open and see what's in here. Omni Rod. Ooh. Aw, but then I lose the silly staff. What the hell was... Oh. I was like, was that a noise from equipping the staff? Yeah. Later on, most of the stuff they do is more Naruto Ninja than Classic Assassin. Oh, it blinks too. That's kind of horrifying. My current average item level now 88. Bad.
I have been reflecting upon the events which took place during our visit to Vilbrand. If you have a moment, I would share my conclusions with you. Please, bear with me. When the Sahagin Elder summoned Leviathan, he employed the power we have come to know as the Echo.
Yes, we noticed.
Though I cannot well explain the how of it. It would seem he became immortal in so doing.
Well, temporarily immortal.
When the Admiral subsequently slew him, his spirit emerged from his lifeless flesh, a consciousness shorn of physical form. Thus transfigured, he took up residence in the body of his minion with the ease of a man donning a favorite glove. Long have I known that the Echo allows one to pass through the walls of a man's soul, but never did I imagine that it could free us from our own flesh, nor less that our souls could then occupy the next corporeal vessel to take our fancy. It was of this that Elidibus spoke, an existence which knows neither cessation nor oblivion.
Wouldn't consider that a good thing.
Though the Sahagin had mastered his gift and thereby become immortal, he was by no means invulnerable. As we both bore witness, he was ultimately absorbed into Leviathan.
Oh, okay. He got eaten by the primal.
And the import of this observation? If the Ascians' mode of existence is indeed the same, it can be inferred that they too are not invulnerable, that they can be destroyed.
Yeah, we just have to feed him to a primal.
There exists a legend which tells of souls who are reborn upon the cusp of each umbral calamity, that they might stay the encroaching darkness. To most, it is but a fairy tale, yet recent events have given me cause to wonder. Could the legend in fact refer to the Echo? Much and more yet remains unknown, but I am confident that all will become clear in time. For the present, however, what matters is that the key to defeating the Ascians may at last be within sight. With Urianger's aid, it is my hope that I shall fathom this matter ere long.
Speaking of...
Oh, I was just about to send for you, my friend. Is Artemis?
Grave tidings from the Sharlayan motherland, my lady. It doth concern our distant allies, the students of Baldessian.
Oh, finally got an answer about these guys.
What of them?
My lady, the Isle of Val, which for many years hath been the Order's home, is no more.
No more? Whatever do you mean?
They lost an island? You lose an island.
I relate only that which hath been conveyed unto me by our agents. An etheric wave of the highest magnitude was recorded in the region. Soon thereafter, 'twas observed that the isle had ceased to be. 'Tis postulated that a magic was evoked, like in power to Ultima.
Well, let's hope not, because that was bad.
If there are no other matters, I move that today's meeting be adjourned.
Random.
It is done, my lord. Forgive my impertinence, my lord, but these orders, I am uncertain as to what end they serve.
Revolution.
Yeah, that's not good. Same. They're exactly the same. They're all the same. Oh, this is dexterity. This is strength. What? Through the Maelstrom. Unlocked. Complete the main scenario quest. I don't... Why do they, like... They don't give you any, like... Probably disband that since Kay logged off. It doesn't give you, like, any... context, I guess, is the word that I'm looking for. Runs the very isle itself, everyone and everything. Tells us not to speculate, send word if there are any developments. Really does, must remain firmly focused on that which is within our power to change. With that in mind, I would speak of a different matter. Concerns etheric fluctuations which had previously attributed to good King Mughal Mog 12. The king is no more as a blessing for which we have you to thank. Wait, context? Oh, can't have context. All is not well in the Twelves Wood. Latest readings reveal an ongoing etheric disturbance of considerable magnitude. They may even suggest the presence of a primal. This is to say, the possibility warrants immediate investigation, and I would have you get interrupted. Not interrupt, but we have a problem. What matter of problem? Band of refugees hailing from Ulda this time are come to Revenant's Toll seeking asylum. Expect us to afford the same treatment we gave the Dolmens. Presently are in the 7th heaven awaiting a formal response. Yeah. You take in one group of refugees, all the rest of them are going to go, we can go there? Let's go there. Having the resources to accommodate many more people. Consider what would happen if you do. Word will spread and more will follow. Yeah, exactly. Oh God, no, don't make me show up for another one of these stupid... Don't... Go kill some rats or something and get yourself enough money to buy a house. It's not hard. Admittedly, I don't have the money to buy a house, but you can do it. Okay. You are nicely dressed for a refugee. Oh, no, I guess not. Apologize for keeping you waiting. Lead the sons. It is you. Ready and willing to work, same as the Dolmens. Just give us a task. We'll see it done. Calm yourself. Appreciate your enthusiasm, but I am not of your situation. Oh, we're wanted in all 3 of the city-states, so we're looking for some place to hide out. Wait, no, I wasn't supposed to say. Living off the scraps of Ulda for years, trying to piece together a life to replace the one that got took. Have you gone to the housing district? Do you see how pricey those things are? I have gone to the housing district. I looked at the price and I went, all right, I'm never going to have one of those. Calamity brought us to our knees. Rich bastards in the city didn't help us. They climbed on our backs. Don't pretend to be clever, but even I can see what's coming. No, we had to run. The only question was where. It came to me. Took foreigners. Do the same for us. Situation is rather more complicated. While it is true that we accepted the Dolmen's petition for aid, the decision was a product of extraordinary circumstance. Sympathize deeply with your plight, but pray understand that it is not possible for an organization of our means to aid all who have been affected by the calamity. Great regret that I must deny your request. We know where else to go. Just find a random spot of ground and claim it. Ill tidings. Oh. That's not good. I'm going to say for certain, but I fear it might be. According to the Flames, the refugees started a riot. Went wild, apparently lashing out at any and everyone. Might be right. Why would they? They must have been provoked. The demonstration was meant to be peaceful. Blades have an excuse. They'll round us up and kill anyone who tries to resist. Won't help us build a new life, at least help us keep the ones we've got. I mean, now this is something that an adventurer can help. We know more of the circumstances surrounding the riot, not certain what aid, if any, we can provide. The authorities determine the refugees attacked without provocation. Those responsible will have to answer for their actions. Can you be so blind? No, that's how it works. Find Amtu and quickly if he's in danger or worse, I would have you and none other by your side. Do not concern yourself with the matter we were discussing earlier. Treated at the Hourglass Hurt. Yeah, let's send the one who can heal. I know they would send you anyway. Alright, let's do something about this ugly half. Where are we going? Back here. Go here, go here, go here, go here, go here, go here. And then build this a little bit quicker. All right, well, he's standing up, so clearly he's fine.
Come, you must have gathered by now that Tataru is given to exaggeration. As you can see, I am quite well. Ul'dah, on the other hand, is not. This riot was anything but an isolated incident. There is a restlessness in the air. Tensions long simmering are at last threatening to boil over. Ul'dah is a nation infamous for the great disparity between the wealthy and the poor. The majority of the populace accepts this state of affairs because they believe that every man bears responsibility for his own lot in life. To an Ul'dah, money is
Go here, go there, bit only gets worse as there are more places to go. Yeah.
Small wonder that the wealthiest wield the greatest influence. So where do the refugees fit into this social hierarchy? What place is there for those who fled Alamigo and the destruction of the Calamity? Plainly, there is none. They have no wealth, no power, and no worth. To the Ul'dah way of thinking, they may as well not exist.
Which does make one wonder why people choose to go to Ul'dah.
Choosing to ignore their existence, however, is patently not an option. General Rauban and the Sultana understand this, which is why they ordered the Immortal Flames to provide the refugees aid and succor. Yet none would dispute that the expenses incurred by this policy grow by the day, with no end in sight.
In the main quest, make sure you go everywhere at least 3 times. I'd say even more than that. Gotta make sure that the player sees the whole map.
This prompted more and more Uldans to question their obligation to aid these worthless wanderers. While more and more refugees have come to resent their treatment at the hands of the sneering citizenry.
Granted, it's not nearly as bad as Elder Scrolls Online, which literally just takes you by the nose and leads you around the map. No exploring, no going off and finding things on your own. Follow the quest, follow the story.
The manner of Lord
Takes you on a tour of the entire game.
To grant the Dolmen's asylum bespoke a disdain for all refugees, an attitude shared by the rest of the monetarists. And you may be sure they make no effort to conceal their opinions. It was only a matter of time before the refugees united in protest. Nor is it any surprise that some among them would ultimately resort
Always try to go
violence.
through spaces that you don't fit.
That the Immortal Flames should choose this of all occasions to engage in joint training exercises with the other Grand Companies. By the time they return, the situation may well have deteriorated beyond mending.
As I told you before, it was all but inevitable that an incident of this kind would eventually occur given the rising tensions within the Sultanate. Nevertheless, I have reason to believe this particular riot may not have begun spontaneously. What? You mean it wasn't just a flash riot? Back to curiosity. Good, then you accompany me to the Hall of Flames to hear what General Raban has to say on the... Getting some gear upgrades, though. Going up. Right over there. Not used to the old voice actors they change out in Heavensward. Yeah, some people have said that that some of the voice actors change a couple of times even, depending on which character. Ah, there he is. Hands are full dealing with refugees. Precisely the matter we wish to discuss. Credit my swift recovery to your Chernigans. Also, there's healing magic in this universe. Memories of the riot are still somewhat muddled. Trust you managed to regain control of the situation. Not entirely. We secured the city soon enough, but not before the unrest had spread to the surrounding territories. Pockets of resistance remain throughout Thanalan. We have sent what forces we can spare to root out the last of the belligerents, but the progress is slow. They are damnably elusive. Well, imagine, given that the majority of the refugees live outside the walls, it stands to reason they would know the lay of the land. What I do not understand is how they came to be so well prepared. Before my little accident, I observed that several of the refugees were armed, and not with butchered knives or pitchforks, but with martial weaponry. Need hardly add that such equipment is costly. None can deny that tensions between the Ilden citizenry and the refugee population have increased since the dolmens were turned away, but would that motivate a starving man to purchase arms in lieu of food? I think not. Sounds much more smug before the expansion. Oh, really? What of those who have not even a single gil to spend, who could not survive without the aid provided by the immortal flames? Surely they would sooner sell a weapon than bring it to bear against their benefactor. My point, the powder keg of discontent was not set alight by chance. These elements were deliberately set in motion, and order must be restored. That is my first duty. Until it is done, any investigation can... We don't have time to discuss this. My scouts will be returning soon. Or we could just do it ourselves. Yeah, General is no fool, keeps his own counsel with good cause. Were he to claim without the necessary proof that these riots were instigated by outside forces, the Montanist would accuse him of attempting to shirk responsibility. After all, he and the Sultana have been the most outspoken proponents of refugee aid. Regardless, they'll face harsh criticism in the days ahead. Allies may stumble upon the truth in time, but I have more faith in your abilities. Therefore, I propose we conduct our own investigation, independent of the authority. To that end, I would have you making inquiries in the settlements suspected of harboring belligerents. Swift will know where they are. They balk at a request for such information, but I have no doubt you can persuade him with your silver tongue. Sure. Seek answers my own way, after which we can regroup and share our findings. I'll just stand there and stare at him until he decides to tell me what it is I want to know. As though you have something to say, do you? What you ask is no simple favor. Were such information to fall into the wrong hands, the lives of countless soldiers would be at risk. Even so, there is wisdom in your words, and an able individual may be better suited to the task than a regiment. Very well, the Brass Blades have reported suspicious activity in the vicinity of Lost Hope. It may be unrelated to recent events, but we doubt it. Just to begin by speaking to the Blades posted there. Okay. I think before we do that... Yeah, I haven't done my duty today. So, let's do that. Could be pretty quick. Well, quick to get in, depending on which dungeon we get. Sometimes they're really long. Or we straight up get a boss fight. What's the plan? Like, hit it till it dies. I don't have Medica 2. That's kind of annoying. Feathers rain from the sky. Not managed to just play Ring Around the Rosie with her. Ow. Full aggro. Have Swift Cast. Oh yes, I do. Yeah. Dang, I wish it would use auto-use tank stance. I agree. Trying to heal her, but taking damage faster than my cast. So on the one hand, that's nice because it gets you your daily done relatively quickly, but on the other hand, it also kind of sucks because, especially if you're trying to level your character, those are just terrible for XP. But, well. Central Thanalan. Swift cast raise is super important for a healer. Tank stance doesn't reduce damage, just increases aggro. Well, the problem was that the boss is that he did lose aggro. The boss went and started killing the lady who died. I forget what class she was. And that's, I was trying to heal her, but she was taking damage faster than than my heals were going. I have it, I just couldn't remember where I put Swift cast down here. Which I put it there specifically so I can use the control on it, but I forgot. I never use it. Oh well, it worked out. I do get that though, because I've been, like I said, I've been leveling my Marauder, and yeah, sometimes you go into dungeons and for some reason it's just like, no, we're gonna shut off your tank stance for you. No good reason for it, but what you get for mostly listening. It's fine. Brings you here, adventurers. Search for refugees. You've come to the right place. Look at those refugees. You won't find them here. Most of the people have lost hope, have come to accept their situation, are content to pass their days in peace and quiet. Outsiders have trouble understanding that, like that merchant who passed through recently. Gregarious fellow, but awfully opinionated. Can't say I was sad to see him go. Friend of the Sultanate, take that means someone has read my report. Refugees who left the merchant have yet to return, and I am increasingly concerned that Zawaska's suspicions were correct. August idea what I'm talking about, do you? Never mind. Speak with Zawaska, he will explain everything. You really expect adventurers to read? What are you, stupid? Adventurers don't read. Adventurers hit things till they stop moving. Don't hurt me. I'm not one of them. Beg your pardon. You're not a flame. I see. Did you speak with me? That I take it you've agreed to help. 12 be praised for that, because we haven't a moment to waste. Everyone knows the flames are on the march. The others have fallen under that fanatic spell, but not I. Promises of revolution and retribution, of holding the ruling class to account and taking that which is owed. Childish fantasy. Did everything I could to dissuade the others from leaving, but few would heed my words. Now that one of our idealists has returned, however, the madness of the merchant's plan is plain for all to see. Look behind yonder tent, and you will understand why. Even now he babbles incoherently, so traumatized is he by the bloodshed he witnessed. Try as I might, I can make little sense of his words, beyond the fact that he was not alone in surviving. Yet I've no doubt that merchant will lead the remainder to their doom. Beg of you, find them before he does. There is a scholar class. Yeah, I know. I have level 50. But you still don't read. You just use the book to hit people. Don't draw. Be here to soothe me. Okay. Who are you? What do you want? True, follow the merchant, but God struck me down for my folly. What they will not give you must take, he said. When we asked how, he revealed a cache of weapons he had brought and implored us to seize control of our fates. Thought about running then and there, but others were so excited. He split us into two groups, sent us off on their own. But when the flames found us, we didn't know what to do. Our leader tried to parley with theirs. When they started arguing and then fighting, and then everyone was fighting, the flames were shouting to give no quarter. The other group, they're still out there. If we don't stop them, they'll be massacred like mine was. Other refugees are hiding in caves to the south. Work them would be fruitless. They'd sooner call us agents of the Sultanate than try to try to kill us than listen to reason. The twins might even deign to do the deed themselves. A pox on all bloody sellswords. Supposed to train us to fight, but the ones he sent with us vanished during the struggle. Only we'd never listen to the merchant's ridiculous claims. He said our cause was righteous, that the gods would never suffer us to be defeated. Though if they were forced to confront reality, that's it. Challenge the twins to combat and show my brethren that their strongest warriors are no match for one woman. Perhaps then they will agree to lay down their arms. Oh, that sounds like a bad idea. That is something that we are going to have to explore next time, because it is getting late. I need to get myself some lunch, and I've got some work-related things that I have this afternoon. Speaking of work, my stream schedule is going to be changing, more than likely coming up, because work is starting back up. I don't know what the hours are going to be, but you can keep an eye on my Twitter, you can keep an eye on my Discord, and you can keep an eye here on Twitch to find out what the new stream schedule is going to look like. It just matters, or it just depends on what hours I end up having to work this year for school. But I do, as always, want to thank everybody for stopping by and hanging out. To watch the video with me, and remember that you can always catch up on my YouTube channel. There's links for all of that around places. I think that's about it. Can't think of anything else that I need to say. Let me check really quickly though, before we go and leave and see if there's anybody online. Tend to be. People are not often not streaming at this time of day. Yeah, it doesn't seem like there's really on. I'm not surprised by. At least nobody that I have on my list. But anyway, yeah, we'll just call things here for today. Thank you, everybody, for stopping by, hanging out with me. I always appreciate that. Make sure that you're having yourselves a wonderful day, a good weekend. I look forward to seeing you on Monday, sometime on Monday. I should see you guys then. I'm rambling. I'm going to go. Have a good weekend. Don't you dare go hollow.